Shalom, brothers and sisters. This is Brother Malak from the 12 Tribes United. Today we're going to continue our lesson on the tribe of Judah and the prophecies of the tribe of Judah. All right. So let's continue. This is part 2. Genesis 49 and 9. We left off at 8 and we broke down 8. 49 and 8. Now it's 49 and 9. It says, Judah is a lion's whelp. From the prey, my son, thou art gone up. He stooped down, he crouches as a lion, and as an old lion, who shall rouse him up. So the symbol for Judah is the lion. All right, not that we're not saying to have an image of a lion and call it the Most High or nothing like that, but Judah is considered like a lion. All right, in the scriptures. So let's break down 49 and 9. Let's go to the book of Revelations, chapter 22. Revelation chapter 22 and verse 5. That's the last book of the Holy Bible, New Testament. All right. No, Revelations 22. Let me see, 49 and 9. Revelations 5 and 5. I'm sorry. I wrote down the wrong scripture. Revelations 5 and 5. It says, and one of the elders saith, weep not. Behold, the Lion of the tribe of Judah, the root of David, hath prevailed to open the book and to loosen the 7 seals thereof. So who is that Lion of the tribe of Judah? From the root, meaning the descent of David, is speaking of Christ. As we know, King David was the king of Israel, and all the kings of Judah came out of David's lineage, which went all the way to Christ. All right. So who's the Lion of Judah is speaking of? It's speaking of the Messiah. He is the Lion of the tribe of Judah. All right. Numbers 23 and 24. Numbers chapter 23 and verse 24. It says, behold, the people shall rise up. What is the people that's going to rise up? It's speaking of the Israelites. As a great lion. So we're going to rise up as a people as a great lion. And lift himself up as a young lion. He shall not lie down until he eat of the prey and drink the blood of the slain. So what's going to happen with our people? We're going to rise up as lions, as a young lion. And what we're going to do? We're going to take vengeance upon our enemies, which are the other nations. We're going to take them down. We're going to take vengeance upon them like a lion. When a lion goes among, cattle, a young lion, it goes and rips those cattle apart. It's complete chaos. All right. So that's what we're going to do towards our enemies, meaning the other nations, not save them. All right. When it says drink the blood of the slain, it's not talking about physically drinking blood. It means we're going to take their riches. We're going to take their cattle. All right. Most High we're going to take vengeance upon our enemies, which are the other nations. Now let's go back to, and when it says an old lion, our people are like an old lion, because right now we may be lions, but we're not. An old lion, it just sits around and it doesn't really chase after prey. It doesn't really, doesn't really do much, It doesn't have the strength to really hunt down prey. So our people now is living basically being like an old lion. We're just sitting there chilling. We're not really fighting or anything, But the one who's going to rouse us up is going to be the Messiah. He's going to rouse us up. He's going to start it off. He's going to rouse us up and give us the power to subdue our enemies. Christ is going to subdue our enemies, but then after Christ subdues them, we're also going to help. And Christ is where? From the tribe of Judah, the Lion of the tribe of Judah. Isaiah 5 and 29. So your scripture's got to be broken down correctly, because the breakdown is all the Black Panthers, and they rose up against against Esau, and now and now they're not fighting no more. No, it's not talking about that. How are you going to get the word panther from a lion when they're two different types of cats? It's not talking about the Black Panthers. All right, Isaiah 5 and 29. It says, their roaring shall be like a lion, and shall roar like young lions. Yea, they shall roar and lay hold of the prey, and shall carry it safe, and none shall deliver it. So when that time comes, we're gonna be like young lions, and we're gonna tear our prey down. We're gonna fight against our prey, and we're gonna be successful. Because Christ is gonna be on our side. The Messiah is gonna be on our side. Give us the power to be able to subdue our enemies. All right, and nobody's gonna be able to deliver them. Once we get the other nations in our hand, along with the Messiah, we're gonna have victory over our nation, over the nations. And if anyone that doesn't want to keep the commandments, they're gonna get put to death according to the scriptures. Hosea 5 and 14. This is a scripture that we used to use back at the old One West. Hosea chapter 5 in verse Hosea chapter 5 in verse Hosea 5 and 14. For I will be unto Ephraim as a lion. So it even calls Ephraim a lion. And as a young lion in the house of Judah. So Ephraim is going to be like a lion, and the house of Judah like a young lion. I will tear and go away. I will take away, and none shall rescue him. So the Most High is going to be like a lion to the tribe of Ephraim and to the tribe and to the Judah. All right. And it's going to be brought through his son, the Messiah. All right. We got to properly divide these scriptures because, people got all these crazy bugged out breakdowns instead of just staying in the scriptures. The tribe of Judah is talking about Christ. That's who it's talking about. Micah 5 and 8. Micah chapter 5 and verse 8. No, let's go to 7. And the remnant of Jacob shall be in the midst of many people, as a dew from the Lord. So here it is, the descendants of Jacob, which name would change to Israel, we're going to be among many people. We're going to be among so many different type of people that we're going to be like a dew. Like the dew that hits that goes on the grass. It's everywhere, on every blade of grass. That's how we're going to be. We're going to be among the nations everywhere. Watch what it's going to say. As the showers upon the grass, that tarrieth not for man, nor waiteth for the sons of man. And the remnant of Jacob shall be among the Gentiles in the midst of many people, as a young lion among the beasts of the forest. So here it is, the remnant of Jacob, meaning the 12 tribes of Israel. It's going to be among the Gentiles. We're going to be all among the Gentiles. And the scriptures say, as a lion among the beasts of the forest. So here it is, you got a lion, and it's among the beasts, meaning, cows, sheep, goat, so forth and so on. And what happened? What does that lion do when it's among those cattle? It goes and it starts tearing. It starts looking for food, and it starts ripping up these cattle. It says, as a young lion among the flocks of sheep. So here it is, you got a young lion among the flocks of sheep, who goeth tread it down and teareth in pieces, and none shall deliver. So here it is, you got a young lion among the flocks of sheep, and it just goes through and starts tearing them to pieces. Well, this is what we're going to be doing to the nations, all right? Christ first, and then us as Israelites, we're going to be like lions, and we're going to go through these nations along with Christ, and we're going to rip them to pieces. That's what we're going to do. Not save them, not bring them to the kingdom. The kingdom, they're going to be in captivity. Not this is not salvation here. This is where they're ripping them to pieces, these other nations, just like a young lion among the flocks of sheep. All right. And this is going to be done by who? It's going to be start off with Christ and the Israelites. We're going to, among the nations, that's what we're going to be doing. All right. And none can deliver me. The other nations are not going to, nobody's going to be able to deliver the other nations from our hand. All right. It says, thy hand shall be lifted up upon thine adversaries. Meaning our hand is going to be lifted up upon our enemies, and all thy enemies shall be cut off. So before we put these nations in captivity, we're going to be killing a lot of them. All right? The ones that don't want to go into captivity, the ones that want to fight against us, we're going to tear them to pieces. All right? Christ, the angels, and then they're going to give, Most High going to give us the power. Christ's going to give us the power, and we're going to tear these nations through. All right? The ones that don't want to serve the Most High. All right? I'm going to say shalom. This is another episode of 12 Tribes United. Shalom.